So they had an awful lot of fun when they voted to impeach President Trump, these Republicans. They got a great big boost in visibility, went on all the fake news shows. But Donald Trump was taking notes. Adam Kinzinger has got his eye on you. And Liz Cheney, you too, and the rest of you. Let's take a look at the senators who voted to convict. The president has been very vocal about his resentment of all of these people. Lately, I hear him talking about Lisa Murkowski a lot, wants to make sure that she gets primaried. Let's bring in our panel. We've got Dick Morris, former advisor to Presidents Clinton and Trump, host of Dick Morris Democracy. Please check it out. And Mark Simone, iHeartRadio talk show host. Welcome to you both. All right, what can he do? What should he do? First to you, Dick Morris. And is he going to make good on the threats?
Well, let's start with what he has done. Yesterday, a lawyer for Trump, or Saturday, a lawyer for Trump, served a cease and desist order on all three of the major committees that funnel money to Republicans. Much of the Republican donations go to these committees, and they're really the major source of funding for Republican House and Senate candidates. The Republican National Committee, the National Republican Senatorial Committee, and the Republican Congressional Campaign Committee. And he served cease and desist saying, do not use my name or my photograph in any of your fundraising appeals if any of that money is going to go to these 10 incumbents or these congressmen or these 7 senators who voted to impeach me. And I think he may go further. I think he may issue a statement saying no money for rhinos, where he says that everybody should not give money to those 3 committees, but instead contribute to the America First Action PAC, which is the president's PAC, so that he can direct where that money goes.
Yeah.
This would be essentially a coup d'etat in the Republican Party, because the Republican Party is controlled by that money. And if Trump were to redirect it away from the rhinos toward his supporters, that would in effect be a coup d'etat in the Republican Party.
Mark Simone, you've known Donald Trump for 30 years, and you've made this observation. It's interesting. Donald Trump, we love him, but he's not as ruthless as people think. He has a bit of a soft heart. He forgives people. He said, let's not worry about that anymore. Do you think he's going to follow through on all this stuff?
Yeah, he's a very soft-hearted guy. You know, everybody that works for him in his company, they've been there 30 years. They love him. But this is a business decision as to how to deploy money, where to spend it. I just watched this stimulus bill, the way they waste money. I wouldn't hand this over to any politicians, and that includes the RNC. Remember one thing, Donald Trump is an expert on licensing his name. He's been doing it for 30 years. He's done every kind of licensing deal in the world. He knows when to use his name and how to use it. And if you're the RNC, and if you've got Mitch McConnell denouncing him and these other people voting against him, stop using his name. Send out the mailings with Mitt Romney's picture. See how much you'll, see if you can even raise $1.50 with that. So if I were a donor, and I wanted to give money towards Donald Trump, I would be terrified if I thought a penny of it was going to Mitt Romney or Liz Cheney. He's absolutely right here.
Let's face it, it stinks with him gone. Dick, just from a day-to-day, it's like we miss him. The action, the leadership, Joe Biden is clearly not leading, and no one seems to be in charge. He was in charge, whether you liked him or not. He was driving the country in so many ways.
Feels like Trump is on vacation and Joe Biden's just a very bad substitute teacher that's here for a while. Hopefully that's all it is.
That's a great line, Mark.
Dick, but I'm serious. There's this weird emptiness about all that. By the way, Dick, you said something brilliant, and I've been using it myself. The Supreme Court has consistently ruled against Trump. They've done him absolutely no favors, no standing, nothing like that. They have a motive, you believe, these 9 members of the Supreme Court. What are they afraid of?
He is intimidated. The Democrats have intimidated the Supreme Court. All of the talk of packing the court, which went on during and after the election, combined with the Democrats winning the Senate and the House and the White House, so it's possible to do that with simple majorities in the chambers, has absolutely terrified the court. Because before these judges are liberals or conservatives, they're justices of the court. And their institutional interest in preserving the power and the role of the Supreme Court overcomes everything. And if the court is packed, it doesn't exist anymore.
This is of interest to us here in New York. The president came here last night, the former president. I'm not sure why he came. This is the first time he came as an ex-president to New York. He's a Florida resident. Mark, do you know anything about his comings and goings? We can't check on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, for the last 4 years, he visited New York a couple of times. He loves his apartment there, but more than that, he loves that office he sat in for 30 years. And as president, he wasn't allowed to go in it. He had to be separate from his business. So I think he spent the whole day in that office. I'm glad he's here because I want him to see what Cuomo and de Blasio did to New York. The streets are empty as far as traffic. The sidewalks are filled with homeless, garbage, and crime. He'll see this, and hopefully he'll start to really speak out about this.
Yeah, no, we could use that force of personality. Again,
I spoke with him today, Greg, while he was in New York, and he was in his apartment. I called directly to that number, and we talked about his ban on money to the RNC and the other entities, and I urged him to do exactly what I suggested on this program, and he was very interested in that. I think that this is the next step in the fight between Trump and the rhinos.
Hey, when you call up the president and you've called him in the White House and in his apartment, what's it like now? Do you just call direct and he answers the phone? Hello?
No. The funny thing is that he calls back, and he never picks up. He always calls back. But in the past, I knew it was the president because the Secret Service would get on and everything. Now it's just hello. And so the president's chief staff person has to send me a tweet saying he's going to call you back from a 212 number. So like answer the phone, and then I pick it up and it's, hello, Dick, how are you?
Not in the tweet, in a text, you mean, right?
No, in the text she says.
Yeah, in the text.
He's going to call you back from a 212 number, and then I answer it, and then he says, "Hi, Dick, how are you?"
That's very cool. Very cool, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Check out Mark Simone on iHeartRadio and Dick Morris, host of Dick Morris Democracy. That's quite a show. Check it out. Register. Really great stuff there. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.